Right, hello everybody, how is it going? I hope you are all doing well and welcome back to another video and another train review. And I am going old school for about 3 minutes. Basically, if you have seen my channel or watched it since the start, so I started in about September 2018. My first ever reviews filmed on my bedroom floor, which is where I am now. Obviously now I film up on my desk. Now most of the review of this will be on the railway and on the desk. It's just this intro bit I'm having to do on the floor like I used to, because this box is huge and I just can't fit it on the desk in film. Obviously you know what it is by the title, but here it is. Here's the Bachmann Class 4-1 4-car EMU set. And now you can see why I am on the floor like I used to. This is not feeling real on the floor because I haven't filmed on this floor for definitely over a year, probably about a year and a half. Yeah, this feels very odd. But anyway, onto the train. This cost me about £169.95 off of eBay. If you want to find out, or if you want to have a look at some of these, I'll leave various links in the description down below where you can pick them up. I'll try and include the Bachmann link. I think Rails of Sheffield might have some in stock. I'm not sure how many versions of this I've done. I know there's definitely this one. Well, obviously there's this one because I've got this one. But I think Bachmann did a BR Green one as well. But I'll leave loads of links in the description, as well as the Wikipedia link to the real life train, and I'll put some history in the description as well. But getting on, let's try and do this. I'm leaning across where the camera is set up to try and film this. But as you can see, oh no, it was £169.50 off of eBay. There we go. As you can see, the code is 37427, Class 411 CEP 4-car EMU BR Blue and Grey 7113, and it takes a 21-pin DCC decoder. On the back there is a brief bit of history. If you want to pause the video and read that, you can, but as I said, there will be some in the description. And as I turned the box round, it already opened because this thing is completely destroyed, so clearly it's eager to come out. I'm just going to bring up the power car. I'll take all the other ones out in a moment. Just move this away without the box breaking. There we go. And that's more readable now. So give a bit of a wiggle. There's the block of ice packaging out. Take the sleeve off. This is really difficult leaning over where the camera is. I've forgotten how difficult this was doing this. Take that out, and there it goes. And I've just realised I've picked up the dummy car. Bit silly of me, meant to pick up the power car, but it's basically the same. The only difference being is the front end. It's got red rectangles, whereas the actual power car has the number 50 on it. But as you can see, and it's currently not in shot, as you can see, this is a very, very highly detailed train. If I can get it to focus. Now, if this was the power car, I would say there's a decent amount of weight to it, because in the actual one with the motor is located in this area, and it's quite weighty down this end in the actual power car. In fact, let me just get that out. There we go, that's better. So, as I said, the motor is located in this area, and there is a very nice bit of weight there. And obviously, just here is where the decoder is located. And as you can see, probably for the darkness, I'm coming up where the torches are. As you can see, it is a very, very nice, lovely, detailed engine. Well, train, I should say. It's not really an engine, is it? It's an actual full-on train. But yeah, really, really nice. So, let's get up onto the desk and turn old Cameron's trains into modern Cameron's trains and look at this in some detail. So here we have the power car up close, so we can take a nice look at the loads of detail on it. And I've got a feeling this is going to take a big chunk in the video up because there's so much to talk about. But let's get started with the front then work our way backwards. So at the top we do have two separately fitted air horns. We have the running number, separately fitted windscreen wiper, and some other separately fitted detail which looks like pipes, and then we also have some handrails here. We do have these slimline couplings. We don't have sprung buffers. Not quite sure why they've done that, but we just don't. Moving along this side, we have the British Railways crest there, or logo I should say. It's not really the crest. And if I just bring it really up close and try and get focused on it, a bit further away, and then get some lighting on it, try and get a very nice look at the livery, and you can see there is, I can't, in fact, I don't think I can see any areas where it's damaged or like the paint has bled. Let's just say there's no paint bleeding I can see anywhere. It's completely crisp. That very thin white line separating the blue and the grey, it's completely fantastic. It's really, really good. Here we have two separately fitted metal handrails, or well, I think they're metal, or they might be plastic, but a bit flimsy actually. Thought they were a bit sturdier than that. The bogies have loads of rivets on them, if you can see that. If I just get the torch in the right angle, there you can see loads of rivets on there. Moving further along, all the windows have orange curtains and have the white border around them with the bits that separate the top windows and the bottom windows. And as you go to the back, you have some very, very small no smoking signs. If I just zoom in on that, which is that's a very nice little detail. Some tiny little no smoking signs. I quite like that. Moving towards the back, and I've just zoomed in again. Whoops! Right, zoom out. There we go. Moving towards the back, we have a printed bit of detail here. I'm not sure what it is. If I just turn the camera and zoom in on it, it says C1, and it looks like it's got some measurements. So I can make out that probably says 40 tons, and then it looks like some height. So maybe 46 feet. Is that the length of it? Not entirely sure. That might be the length of it, and then that, I think that's just the measurements for the actual train, just measurements. And on the other side, we do have a window missing, but the window is actually inside there as we speak. I just got to take the body off and glue that back on, which I will do before we get running, because I don't think a missing window will look the greatest when it's running around the layout. But similar along here, the windows are all lined in white with the orange curtains and no smoking signs here. And just inside there, you can see the 21-pin decoder, which is quite handy. If I just show you in there, then I don't know if you can see further down. No, I can't seem to get the torch in the right angle, but this is where the motor is located under a massive block of metal. And down here we also look like what I presume are radiators. So that's the power car finished. Just take that off. Let's have a look at one of the passenger cars. This is the standard coach. This isn't the first class coach, this is just the standard coach. Similarly, we have that printed bit there. What I didn't mention on the power car, actually, we do have some steps to go up to the top, and a very flimsy handrail. Not quite sure I want to be climbing up there with that on there. Bit flimsy. And similarly enough, orange windows with the white lining. Really, really nice. This is obviously a corridor coach. It's quite nice. You can see the interpretation of the corridor down this end. Obviously the end cars, I'll just check the other end. Yeah, the dummy car and the power car ends aren't corridor, they are normal coaches. This is obviously a corridor coach, which you can obviously see in the corridor there and the compartments. And that's no other detail on there apart from... No, that's no other detail on there. So take that one away. Let's have a look at the first class one, which you can see the first class bit is here, as it's indicated with the yellow line. And similarly enough, the window's exactly the same, but what is that blue symbol on there? Ah, it's a 1, obviously indicating first class. And then obviously down here we also have no smoking signs, and this again is a corridor coach, as you can see. very nice. And similarly down the end we have the exact same detailing as the other coach. So let's finally move on to the dummy car. And exactly the same as the power car. On the front, the air horns, the detailing here, the windscreen wiper, the non-sprung buffers and the coupling. The only difference actually is this being the end, it has these red rectangles, whereas the front car has the number 50 on it, which I'm not sure what the 50 stands for actually. If you guys know what the 50 stands for, please let me know, because I've always wondered that. But as you can see, the detail is exactly the same between the front and back car, apart from that 50 and the red rectangles. But the final thing I want to show you is the coupling system, and I really quite like this coupling system. Basically, if I just lift it up, you can see this little pocket here, there, this little pocket with these copper contacts here. Basically, if I just get a coupling off one of the other cars, there we go. This is the coupling here. This bit of plastic with metal with copper contacts as well. Basically, this slides into the area, and the inside this bit is obviously more copper, and copper is a very good conductor of metal, which is obviously why they use it. And basically this goes in and it takes electricity from the power car all the way through the train to the back to work the lights, which I'll just show you that now. So all you have to do is line it up. If I can do that, it's not very easy whilst trying to make sure you keep it in shot, and you just slide it in, and there you go. Then you get the other cars. Similarly enough, you just find the gap. Oh, missed that. Find the gap. It is actually easier to do it upside on its side. You can actually see it better. Sorry about the lighting. Actually, let me just move this and hopefully try and get better lighting. And then all you have to do is pop it in. And there you go. They're connected. Simple as that. It couldn't be any simpler. So I'm just going to take them apart again. Take that down. Now I'm not going to take the body off like I normally do on camera, because this is a complete pain in the backside to do on camera. I'm just going to do that off camera when I fix the window. But a few things, specifications I just want to talk about this. It has a 5-pole motor with dual flywheels, 21-pin decoder socket. It has all-wheel pickup on this bogie and on this bogie as well, which is very nice to see. And I'm not sure if all the coaches have wheels picking up, because you have this mechanism of electricity going through the whole train. Let's just have a look at one of the passenger cars, and I can see copper pickups. I'm not sure if you can see them. They're just in. It's a very slight little bit of copper you can see. It's literally just. Hold on, my finger's hiding it. There we go. Just in there, just underneath where my finger is copper pickups, which is very nice to see. So it seems like all the wheels on all the coaches have pickups, which is a very, very nice thing to see. I'm quite pleased I found that actually. I did not know that. But I'm going to fix the window off screen, and then I'm going to take it down to the railway, and let's have a look and see how she performs. So here we are down at the railway, and you can just see the Form 1 towards the left hand side of the shot, and I did manage to get the body off and replace the window. And once I did, I took a few pictures of the interior. So first off, here's a time lapse that I gave up on trying to take the body off, because it was just taking forever. So you can see some of me trying to take the body off, but I gave up. But once I did take the body off, you can clearly see the inside. This is obviously where the engine is under this massive block of metal, and it does have 5 screws holding it on, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, and 1 exactly down the middle. Located behind that is the 21-pin DCC decoder. Then the rest of it is made with the seats. And one thing I didn't know when I first got this is actually the chassis is metal. I only just found that out when I took the body off. I've had this for probably about 3 years, but I've only just noticed that the actual chassis is metal, which gives a lovely bit of weight. But first off, I'm going to get her moving at a slow speed, see how she goes. So I'm just slowly edging the controller up, waiting for it to kick in. There we go, that's kicked in. Can I go any slower? No. That is as slow as it will go, which, to be honest, I'm not complaining about. Now, will it cut out on the points? We'll find out. It's good, doing well, it's still going, it's over 1 set of points. Will it keep going? It looks like it is. I'll tell you what, that is a great slow speed. Over the 2nd set of points. Fantastic. Let's just speed it up. That is great. There we go, that's gone a bit too far. Let's reverse it back. But I tell you what, one thing I hate about this is coupling it together. It is a very good idea what they've done with decoupling to transfer power all along. However, it's a pain in the backside. As I put up on the screen what I mean, you can see that to actually couple it up, you have to have it on its roof, and you can't just put it in normally. It's so flimsy that it can end up snapping. So you have to put your finger or thumb, in my case, behind it to stop it snapping, and you have to couple it all together, upside down, whilst couple all 4 coaches upside down, and then you have to put it back on the tracks. It's so difficult to do, and it's not a good design. But as you can see, it does work, because power is going to the 2nd cars. As you can see, there are lights, which I'll just quickly turn off the light, and you see it much better. So here we are in the dark, and I'm just going to reverse the train in front of the camera, and you can see the light that it gives off. The back carriage, I must admit, isn't as bright as the other coaches. To be honest, mine was the front coach. I'm not entirely sure why that is. If I just bring it forwards again, it's a bit difficult to see what I'm doing in the dark. Just bring it a bit further forward, and again, you can see the head code bit. If I just get it focused, there you can see it says number 15. I'll just bring this right up to the side, like that, and let me just turn the camera. It's a bit odd because it's so much brighter in real life. The camera is not picking up. Don't know if you can just about see my finger going in front of it, but it's so much brighter actually real when in real life. The camera doesn't do it justice. However, the second 2 coaches look fantastic. And what also the camera doesn't do is it doesn't produce the right colour. On the camera it looks like a yellowy goldy glow, but in actually sat here it's a very warm orange tinge, and it's so nice. And also the back carriage looks light in real life, but the camera just doesn't pick it up. I'm not sure why it does that, which is a bit strange. But let's get the lights on and we'll do the test of it going over the points and see how agile it is. There we go, we can actually see now, so just bringing it back through, and then I will switch the points and test her agility. So here we go, 1 point, 2 points. Let's see how good this is going over the points. But I'm just quickly able to push back the train I got on the inside track, because this might be a bit long. In fact, it might still be a bit long, but here we go. The agility test. That's still backwards. Here we go. See how good it is going over the points. seeing as it is a very, very long train. So it seems to be doing well. Seems alright. Yeah. That went over without a hitch. That was great. No derailments, no cutting out as it went over the point. That was great. Really was very, very good. There we go. So, let's switch the points back and send her on her way, and we'll see what else we have running with her. Yeah, that's good. That's a nice too. So yeah, let's see what she's running with. So seeing as I'm running the EMU, I am obviously going to have to run my only other multiple unit, and you can just see its front popping around the side of that house. And you probably know what it is already if you've watched this channel before. It is my Class 101 2-car DMU from Bachmann, which is equally a great runner. Link to the description in the top right hand corner. I'm going to get this up to roughly a similar speed, and as usual let's go around the railway and have a look at them in different angles with some nice music. So I do hope you enjoyed those various alternative angles with some nice music. I'm now going to turn the lights off so we can have a look at them going around with just their interior lights on. So 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was just like magic. I just clicked my fingers and the lights went up. I definitely didn't stop recording, turn the lights off, then start recording. No, I'm a magical human being. Anyway, so like I said, let's go around and just take a few looks at them with their lights on. This should be fun because I cannot see a thing in this room. It is completely pitch black apart from these trains. So yeah, this would be fun. So I do hope you enjoyed that little segment of watching them run in the dark. I do apologise about some moments when the camera wasn't focusing on the light. It seems to not want to focus on small little bits of light. Don't know why. But I'm going to put the lights on and then conclude the video. But first off, here are my ratings. So my ratings for the Bachmann Class 411 EMU. They were fantastic until I saw the price, because I'm currently doing this in the middle of editing, and I've just seen the price, and I am so annoyed at Bachmann. It is shocking, but I'll get to that in a moment. Detail, 4 stars. It's fantastic. You have so many separately fitted parts. The delivery is fantastic. And you've got the small details such as the curtain on the windows and the tiny little no smoking signs on the windows. It is just brilliant. The only thing I'm marking it down for though is no sprung buffers, and at the end of the coaches you've got the very flimsy handrails which could easily break off. But that's about it. Performance, I just can't fault it. Didn't stall, excellent slow speed, smooth runner, no stuttering, manoeuvred the points fantastically, and no derailments. I could even give it a 6 star, but I'm not going to because I only got up to 5. Faultless. Mechanism as well. 5-pole motor, I think. Dual flywheels. All wheel pickup. Every single wheel picks up. It's fantastic. So that's 16 wheels to each rail, and overall all 32 wheels on the train pick up power. Fantastic. And also I'm fairly sure it has proper metal bearings, so that's even better. But here we go to the value for money. Let me just put up on screen some pictures from websites saying this. Yeah, now you can see why I'm annoyed. Bachmann, this is ridiculous. I don't know how you think you can price this amount of money for trains, but it's ludicrous. I know it's a 4-car set, but this is ridiculous. Would I recommend this train knowing the price? 100% no. Unless you can find a really decently priced one on eBay, like I did. My £169.50 that I paid was great, but the price Bachmann have done is ludicrous. It's just pathetic. I thought their steam engines and these diesels over £200 was bad. This is atrocious. But that's enough of me ranting. Let's get on and conclude the video. So I do hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss another one of my videos. And let me know what you think of this train and what you thought of my ratings. Was I too harsh? Was I too easy on it? Let me know in the description. I want to know what you think of this. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next time. Take care everyone. Bye.